Everybody, how's it going? We've seen a lot of talk from Yankees fans this season, and rightfully so, about ways that the Yankees can improve their rotation. After the Game 2 debacle in the American League Division Series against the Rays, it became evident that the Yankees really don't have a solid number 2. Perhaps they addressed that issue when they signed Corey Kluber, but Corey Kluber's injury history makes him kind of a risk. You never know if he's going to go 4 or 5 starts and be right back on the injured list. Last year, he only pitched 1 inning. A lot of fans, myself included, wanted the Yankees to trade for Luis Castillo. And can you blame us? I mean, he's one of the nastiest pitchers in baseball. 98, 99 mile an hour fastball, great changeup, keeps the ball in the ballpark. But the Reds were asking for Gleyber Torres plus, which is too much. When you look at what the San Diego Padres traded for Blake Snell and for Yu Darvish, there was nobody of Gleyber Torres' caliber in either one of those deals, so the Reds were kind of asking for a bit much. However, the Yankees do have some other trade options. One guy that I've heard a lot about, that I've seen mentioned in a few of these Yankees blogs, and this is just speculation. I haven't seen any rumors that the Yankees are actually going after him, is Kyle Hendricks. When I look at Kyle Hendricks, I see the pitcher that Mike Mussina was trying to become over his final few seasons in the major leagues, and he ultimately became that guy in 2008 and won 20 games for the only time in his career. He's not a guy that relies on velocity. A lot of the pitches that you'll see are 80 mile an hour changeups, and he offsets that with an 87, 88 mile an hour fastball. You might see him touch 89 occasionally, but he's basically a guy who relies on soft contact, moving the ball around, pitching with pinpoint control, and he relies on a ton of movement. If you look at his baseball savant statistics, you'll see that he's got about as low a spin rate as you can have. He's pretty bad at spinning the baseball, but he compensates for that by having amazing control and keeping the ball off of the barrel of the bat. That's something that CC Sabathia did really well at the end of his career. You remember when he came up and when he first got to the Yankees, he was a guy who threw 95, 96, 97 miles an hour. But towards the end of his career, you saw that he was throwing 87, 88 miles an hour. And something he learned from another Yankee, Andy Pettitte, was that if you could just throw the cutter in on the hands of righties and throw the two-seamer in on the hands of lefties, then you've got a way to keep the ball off of the barrel of the bat. And Kyle Hendricks is known as the professor. He's really smart. They don't call you the professor if you're an idiot, unless it's kind of an ironic title. But Hendricks is a guy who knows how to pitch. He knows what the hitters are looking for, and he keeps the ball away from that sweet spot. That's why you'll see him blow the fastball by guys at like 87 miles an hour, because he's thinking, he's fooling that hitter. The hitter is not expecting an 87 mile an hour fastball when he throws it, and that's why he's able to blow it by him. It's all about deception. And Kyle Hendricks is somebody who, as a pitcher, is very deceptive. He'll throw you the big roundhouse curveball. He'll throw you the changeup that sinks at the bottom of the zone. He'll throw you that Greg Maddux pitch that breaks in off of the corner for a lefty and becomes a strike. And then he'll throw that high fastball at, 87, 88, maybe 89 once in a while, and he gets away with it because his control is so good and because he doesn't repeat patterns. He's mixing it up. He's a true pitcher in the true sense of a word. So what would it cost to get a guy like Kyle Hendricks? Well, there is one obstacle. He makes $13 million. So to get him, you're going to have to unload some salary, and that is not going to be easy, especially in this market. The Yankees would probably have to include somebody like an Adam Ottavino. He makes $9 million. So right there, you're saving $4 million if you're the Cubs. But it makes no sense to just take on a $9 million contract when you could probably trade Hendricks somewhere else to a team that's maybe not approaching the salary cap limit or the luxury tax limit and just take on prospects. So the Yankees would probably have to offset, including a pitcher like Ottavino, and also include a really good prospect. Something that probably won't happen knowing Brian Cashman's history. So as much as we've seen Kyle Hendricks rumored, I just don't see it happening, although I do think that he would be a great fit for the New York Yankees. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It helps other Yankees fans find the channel.